What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. And yesterday I put out a build based around the setup backpack. And in the comment section, I was getting questions in regards to why didn't I use the Zero F's body armor. And to be honest with you, in the moment of putting that build together, I just completely forgot the body armor existed. And then it got me thinking, have I made a Zero F's build before? And when was the last time I did an armor on kill build? Therefore, today I wanted to take a minute and highlight a few of my favorites. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well. And remember, we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. Now, typically with my build videos, I show you some footage for a few minutes and we get into the build itself. However, today I'm trying something different. I'm jumping right into the build, and do me a favor, let me know which version of the video you like. Do you like seeing footage, then the build, and more footage, or just jump into the build right away? Again, the main goal is to try to put stuff together that you all enjoy. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be showing you two different variations, both of which we are using the gunner specialization, so we get that extra armor on kill right there, because that's what this build is based around. Now, for my primary for this version, I've chosen the Scorpio because it's an absolute monster, and for my secondary weapon, and some of you may want to use this as your primary, we're using the mop, and that's because one of the attributes is armor on kill. You get an extra 10%. As far as the talent goes, I've chosen the talent close and personal, where killing a target within 7 meters grants 30% weapon damage for 10 seconds, because with this build, you're always in close proximity to NPCs. Now, for the actual gear itself, you can see I'm running 3 Hunter's Fury, 2 UZINA, and 1 Badger Tough. Starting off with the mask, it's the first of 3 pieces of the Hunter's Fury gear set, and we're running 3, so we get those gear set bonuses. You can see the 2-piece gets us 15% shotgun and SMG damage, the 3-piece is 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill, and pretty much all these pieces I'm trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Moving on to the body armor, it is the named Badger Tough Zero F's, which has the talent Perfectly Unbreakable. Whenever your armor is depleted, repair 100% of your armor, and the cooldown is 55 seconds. Now, as I mentioned, this is one of a few versions I'm going to be showing you, so if you don't have this body armor, I will show you another option. Moving on to the holster and the knee pads, they are the second and third piece of the Hunter's Fury gear set. Again, trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Throughout the video, I'll give you a breakdown of the different percentages that you get depending on how you roll with the build. And now we make our way to the gloves, which happens to be the first of 2 pieces of the UZINA gear set. So we get both of those gear set bonuses. You can see the 1 piece gets us 5% total armor. The second one gives us that 10% armor on kill. And as we make our way to the backpack, and this is one I highlighted yesterday, but it's the named UZINA backpack. The setup, it is an absolute fantastic bag, especially with the Scorpio shotgun, because it has the talent Perfectly Opportunistic. When enemies you hit take 15% more damage from all sources for 5 seconds. Now, in addition to getting that extra 10% armor on kill when you use the gunner specialization, it also gives you access to the Banshee Pulse, which will disorient enemies when you actually use the thing. Now, for my secondary skill, I'm using the Crusader Shield, but you can use any skill you want here. I mean, you could use the Assault Drone, it doesn't matter, because really with Perfectly Unbreakable or even regular Unbreakable, you don't use the shield that often. However, for new people just trying out this build, I do recommend it. Now, my friends, we're going to go over some of the numbers of the version that I first showed you, which is from the actual footage you saw in the video. Now, you can see my crit hit chance is at 55.7%, my crit hit damage is at 102.9, and as we make our way to the defensive stats, you can see my base armor is 1.3 million, my armor on kill with the Scorpio equipped is 533, let's say 534,000 armor on kill, which is 40%. Now, as we make our way back to the primaries, when I switch to the mop, that will give us that extra 10% armor on kill. However, it does change our weapon stats. You can see our crit hit chance dropped to 50.7, our crit hit damage dropped to 92.9. However, when we go to the defensive, you can see our armor on kill jump to 667, which is a really good amount. And with that being said, it actually brings me to something I mentioned typically at the beginning of these build videos, which is, I always want to remind new and returning players that these builds are just a template. There are so many different ways to run with the build. The most important thing is to truly take your time and make a build your own depending on your gameplay. Now at this point, I do want to show you another option of a build that you may want to use, let's say if you don't have 0Fs or you're looking for something different. Now you can see here it's a slight variation. The specialization is the same as are the weapons, but when you look at the chest and the gloves, you can see that's where I've made the quote-unquote major change. For the gloves, I'm using the death grips, which are the name 511 gloves, which gives you that extra 10% armor on kill. They are a DZ exclusive, however you can get them from named caches as well. Now as far as the chest goes, you can see I've swapped that piece of Badger Tough for that second piece of UZINA because we do want to make sure that we have two pieces of UZINA equipped so we get that 10% extra armor on kill. It does mean we are losing that shotgun damage. Now when we go to the stats, you can see for the weapon stats, you can see we're sitting at 33% crit hit chance and 104.9 crit hit damage. Now obviously that's dependent on the role or the type of gear that you have equipped, and as we make our way to the armor on kill aspect, you can see it's by far the highest. We're sitting at, first of all, 1.5 base armor, but as you can see our armor on kill jumped up to over 900,000, which is absolutely insane, which actually takes me back to something I was talking about before, which is you want to have different variations of a build. And the reason I say that is because the type of build you're running with should be dependent on what you're actually doing in the game, and that is why, my friends, I strongly recommend try out those different variations and find a balance of weapon damage, armor on kill, and base armor that works for you. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together are you, my amazing family at the channel. So as always, if you have any tips or tricks or ways you'd like to run with a build like this, please let me know in the comment section down below, as the main goal is to try to help out as many people as we can. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
You're in. Now, you just need to find and destroy those fuel valves.
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Containment field failure. EMP discharge requires a stabilized reactor. Warning. Experimental reactor unstable. Safety protocols activated.
Nice work on the valves. Now, I need you to expose the reactor's core. Good. Now, you just need to destroy the magnetic core. You should be fine.
System malfunctioning. Incoming. High-risk hostile. System reactivated. System